Good morning. So let's talk about technology. Let's talk about digital technology. Well, everything is digital, of course. We are a technology company. But where are we? And I have a kind of three part talking first about what is actually happening, what kind of trends we see already now, what probably will happen in the future, what it means for shipbuilders, and how it all comes together with our work. Well, trends shaping shipbuilding industry. Well, there's kind of a main classes like technology, digitalization, sustainability. Let's take a look in each of those. Well, technology, it's changing. Of course, all of us, we have mobile phones, and I'm absolutely sure 10 years ago, they were completely different devices than now. So does shipbuilding technology. Additive manufacturing, there are already studies and cases where spare parts are printed with 3D printers. Robotization, and there is more and more of it coming in the industry. Well, there was already mentioned about Industry 4, so essentially we are blurring the borders between digital world and manufacturing, and that's all what it is about. Well, next one is digitalization. So what happens with the digital world? Because, of course, there are new technologies, there's new software, there's AI already here, but what does it mean for us as a shipbuilders? Well, essentially it means that we are slowly yet surely changing how do we work. So the way we work is evolving. We are not doing things anymore on paper. We are sending less and less emails. We are sending more and more links. So this kind of change, it's happening already now. So we're talking about things like digital thread, where from multiple sources, from multiple software, things are coming together. We are talking about digital twin, again, blurring the border between cyber and physical world. And of course, we are talking about information management. So information is growing year by year, and how do we manage it? How do we make sense of all of this? Well, in the middle of all this, there are actually bigger things which inevitably shape the shipbuilding and also our lives. And I refer to all the challenge of sustainability. Well, I have some data to back it up. So less than 1% of existing world fleet uses some kind of alternative energy as a main source. So there is, of course, a lot of LNG projects, there are a lot of LPGs, there are already some hybrid and batteries. But if we look in an order book, and this is data taken from the DNV report, this number is close to 25%. So 25% of future ships will use non-standard energy sources. So they will be powered by hydrogen, they will be powered by electricity. What it means for us as a shipbuilders? Well, actually a lot. And those numbers are even bigger if we look not at the number of ships, but at the gross tonnage. So what we are facing is a change in the industry, and this change is powered by change of the society. So we as a global society, we are striving for better. We are striving for more environmentally friendly technologies. And again, data from the DNV source, so what kind of things are impacting those kind of greenhouse gas emissions and so on. Well, of course, energy source. So of course, if you have electric vessel, the emissions are significantly lower, so probability is maybe 100%. But there are other things like digitalization, what I mentioned already, all kind of hydrodynamic, new machinery, and also after-treatment services. So each of those parts, technology can make a big impact, and that is what it is all about. So we are working in every part of this to make it better, to meet those goals, to get fit for 55 and so on. Well, what it all means for us as a shipbuilders. So if we look at digital shipbuilding, well, of course, everything is digital. There are three main parts of where, let's say, our efforts are going. First of all, the digital model, and that is something that we've been doing already for several decades, and Cadmatic is one example of this one. So what we are talking about is that new build projects are getting more and more complex. Well, I have here a picture of Icon of the Seas, which is about to be finished in a Turku shipyard now. Well, how it can get more complex if you have a vessel of 365 meters with 7,500 passengers on board. It's very complex indeed. But also for new builds and for retrofits. So this is again kind of a back to the future. We are talking about wind propulsion, and we are talking about retrofitting existing projects, but also building new vessels where propulsion will be partially powered by the wind. So it's getting more complex, it's getting more challenging, and all that impacts on how we design the vessels. So you will have several workshops today and tomorrow where our people will show you how you can do it better, how you can use tools better, and how it can be coming all together. Well, this is digital model, but alongside with it is digital process. So how exactly we are working? So of course there are tools, there are different tools, but what is exact impact of digital tools on the way we are working, on the process? So we're talking about things like project management, change management, and information management at large. So today there will be a big session about information management where people will show you examples of how work process can be arranged differently, how you can do it faster, how you can do it more consistent and more efficient. And the last part of it is a digital asset. So let's say typically shipbuilders are very focused on building the vessel and seeing it safely out on the sea, and that's about it. But there is digital model which is left behind. So who should be owning this digital model? Should it be a building yard? Should it be a classification society? Should it be the ship owner? That is something that discussion is ongoing at the moment. So 3D model itself have a lot of potential to be converted further into digital use, digital twin, and it can be used through the life cycle. So not only for building purposes, but also for aftermarket, also for services, and so on. So all those three parts are forming the digital shipbuilding, and you will hear a lot about each of those and about how those things are coming together. Well, now I take you to shipbuilding 5. Well, come on, 5. We are talking about shipbuilding 4. We barely came to terms with this kind of cyber and digital and manufacturing and so on. But what is it about? Well, it is about adding sustainability, resilience, and human centricity to the mix. So, well, there are already studies, and the first time this Industry 5 was mentioned already back in 2017, but officially it started around 20. And if you can see from this pictures, it actually accelerates. So if there was 100 years between Industry 1, 2, and 3, then between 4 and 5, it's barely 10 years. So it is acceleration of the industry as it is. And what we are talking about is kind of taking it to the next level. So having digital world, physical world, but then adding the critical component here, which is human centricity. So we're already talking about AI and how AI could be used alongside with your work, kind of co-piloting mode. And actually this month, Microsoft will kick out the first co-pilot. We already have some AI co-piloting inside our tools, and you will hear more about it today. But how exactly we as a human can interact with technology, how we can be at the center of it. So this is what Industry 5 is about, and this is something that we already research now, and we hope to bring more tools to the market so that we can be, as a shipbuilders, utilize all our knowledge, all our human aspirations, and make a, well, better world, better ships. Saying all this, I would like to use the chance to pass warm welcome from the whole Cadmatic. This was a very great event to make, and there was a lot of discussion. So pretty much every session which you will hear today and tomorrow, people were asking for more time. We had a bit of difficulty to fit everything we wanted and give time for everything we wanted to show to you. But we tried to reserve also time for discussions, because that is where innovation happening, that is where new ideas are shared, and also, of course, to our customers, because for you we are working and your success is our success. So having said that, I will finish my part, and then I will give a stage to our customers to show how exactly they are using technology and what comes together with it. Thank you.